That reminds me of the American ambassador in 2017 or 18. I can't remember now. They came to visit my office, and he was so impressed. We took him to one of the communities where we were working, and he was so impressed. He said, "You must have been brought up by an amazing parent. Is any one of them alive?" I said, "Yes, my mom is alive. She's actually managing the kids now while we're here. I would love to see her." So for me, you don't have don't make me feel like I can't do it. It will just spur me on.
Mm.
So if you want me not to do it, just say, you are doing it very well. Maybe, I don't know. Probably it will make me sit back. But once you show that, you can't, you are not, I'll say, okay, no problem. I'll just keep quiet. Before you know it, you hear that I've done it.
So done it. Hmm. I mean, if I put all of that together, right? So that will be, you know, your dad sowing into you the seed of that dare, right? That you need to be daring. You need to walk with vision. I mean, I love the fact that he went out of, God bless fathers and mothers too, by the way. But fathers are really, saw beyond their limitation to say that I want a better future for my children and I will set them up for success, even if it's going to come to me at a cost, right? Because he could have chosen to live a different life. You and I know
Exactly.
that,
Exactly.
right?
I
Especially
mean,
as a policeman.
his mates then were going to beer parlors and drinking and all of that. But this guy
Yeah, and
had
having
integrity, yeah.
good breed.
And he
Yeah.
knew, he knew that if he was transferred to a village, he could actually farm. That's why
Mm.
he kept insisting to be transferred to a village. He will farm, he will hunt. My dad used to hunt, he used to farm. So I grew up with a father that when it's time to farm, he will carry us to the farm. We can't do much, but we'll be there.
We'll do the
And
little. He showed
some
you
of us,
industry.
yeah, some of us look forward to the roasted yam in the farm because he had this attitude of
Yeah.
roasting yam, using palm oil. That was the fun part
Yeah.
of following my father to the farm. And then he will hunt. That's how I learned how to eat bushmeat a lot. Because he will hunt, he will bring it. And for a time, when my mom was still working in Kaduna State Transport Authority, he was transferred to Mina, Niger State, somewhere, Paiko. And she couldn't leave her job. She said she wasn't going to leave her job to join him. So she said she will be coming weekends. So he was left with his 3 daughters alone. I was
Mm.
8. My sister was 11, my elder sister. And then my younger sister was 6. This man handled it. He will cook.
Mm.
He will pound yam. He will cook soup that's sweeter than my mother's own self.
Can you imagine
I
that?
had an amazing dad. And that's why I think
Mm.
maybe I see flaws in a lot of men when I. But yeah, I had an amazing
Yeah,
dad. I'm one
I
of those
can
girls
relate.
who had a very good father.
I can relate. So it showed integrity, it showed you hard work. Your parents showed you how to hustle. I mean, look at all the things you're sharing about your mom, how, she hustled things out. At times we don't know how much these things shape, the kids that we're raising. And I can see all of that coming through in everything that you're doing today, right? God bless them for us.
Amen.
God bless them for us. Because I think all those women and all those communities you're impacting, they hold them, right, for raising you the way they raised you, right?
I think so because
Now,
I remember that reminds me of the American ambassador in 2017 or 18. I can't remember now. I can't even remember what year, to be honest. They came to visit my office, and he was so impressed. We took him to one of the communities where we were working, and he was so impressed. He said, "You must have been brought up by an amazing parent. Is any one of them alive?" I said, "Yes, my mom is alive. She's actually managing the kids now while we're here. I would love to see her." So I had to send my driver immediately to quickly go and bring my mom. And the funny part of everything is she had come to the office where we do her. We were expecting a very big visitor and everything. Come and stay with the kids. So she came to the office and we locked her up in my office so she can manage the kids. And she wanted to see, but we said, no, no, just stay there. Like away. We didn't want a situation where the
and
kids
then the
will come
visitor
and
now, yeah.
and then we go to the village where we're going to see the sites. And the man said, "I want to see your mom." So we don't have to go and get her. And she was like doing us. You see, they wanted to see.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, so we had to go and bring her. He was so happy. He hugged her. greeted, he asked her stories about me. She told him stuff, Yeah, but yes, it's a good thing, and I'm glad that at least for my mom, I would say to a certain extent, I was very happy with her, and she was very like when I started my work and I was so busy, she was just there to take care of the kids, manage them, and all of that, and so she practically helped me bring them up, and so that's why losing her was really terrible because it was like wait now we have not finished. I've not finished taking care of you. Where are you going? Yeah, but I really wanted to how to experience life, go to places I've stepped my foot in and all of that. Yeah, it is what
So
it
sorry
is.
to hear that.
It's
So
fine.
sorry to hear that. So
Mm.
sorry to hear that. So sorry. God bless mothers. So sorry to hear that.
Amen. Mhm.
Now, Abiba, if you look at your journey, when would you? I mean, in all of the work you're doing and all of that, and it's grown really big now, but it didn't always start like that. What would you, or when would you consider? When and what would you consider the inflection point where you know this is it? This is what really. From this point, it was just like you know
Mm.
everything just went pum from that point. Do you get what I mean?
I know, I know. Unfortunately for me, it wasn't that way. My own was that it started good and then it went down. So the inflection point now is just starting. So why I say it started good, I immediately started my business doing that due diligence with these guys. The next thing they gave me feasibility study. The next thing I'm doing at Guinness Fund. Like I started seeing money that in my wildest dreams I didn't even know existed. My turnover at that time was already like $300,000 per year. Then this is 2013, 2014, by 2016 when that flood just happened because we had just borrowed our first debt and bought those solar lanterns that we installed in houses. Everything just nosedived. And it's just been struggles to just, put it together and make it happen, grow, 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 and a lot of fantastic things happened also within this time, between 2016 and 2020. There were a lot of projects that we did that we didn't even know. But it was a struggle to do them because some of them will come and say, oh, you have to be counterpart funding. And we getting our own counterpart funding was always a struggle. We'll find our way, somehow, we'll manage, we'll do it. Because for me, like I said, if they give me 1 naira, I want to do work of 3 naira. So it's always like that. But in all of this, it just kept meaning that if nothing, we may not have been financially, strong, but the impact was growing. So the impact was growing and rapidly. So 2020 came and just like really showed me. At that point, I said, you know what, it's high time, let's hang up. I'm not doing it again. The point I've reached in this life, if I go to a UN organization, I'll get a good job. I'll just move abroad, you know. But it's like the business didn't want to let me go. And I kept thinking, but there's more to do. There's more to do. And then luckily for me, I think what helped me was I won the Global Leadership Award. And I went to the US to receive it. And on one of our free days, I went to this museum of whatever, black arts or something. And one of the statements that stayed with me from then until now is the people who fixed it stayed. And that was when I knew that
The
it's
people who
not,
fixed it,
they stayed.
they stayed. Mm,
If there's a problem with your community, the people that will fix it are the people
mm,
who actually stayed. So somebody has
mm,
to stay and fix it. We can't all jet out. We can't all just leave it.
mm,
If except if we don't want to fix it. And that's also allowed, right? So
mm,
yeah, that stuck with me, and I knew then that no matter what, we will just keep struggling. And then I was lucky I got into another fellowship called the Perennial Fellowship, and they gave me this feeling of I needed to heal myself before I can
mm,
actually do this. So I would say my business even took off in 2021. That's when I started. So that's when
mm,
I started seeing things clearly, aligning stuff,
mm,
and then of course it now took that painful growth path. And I would
mm,
say that the inflection point is actually just happening. We're just beginning to
mm,
actually be able to maybe finally, we have not even gotten the funding yet, but it's seeming like we're finally going to be able to raise money to do most of our work.
mm, mm,
So,
mm. Now, there's something you kept saying, and and I know it's coming out of a value system that you've built over the years. You kept saying that when you pay me for one, I want to deliver three. I want to do the work that looks like. Do you get what I mean? That shows that you have this consciousness to just want to deliver value, to
Yeah.
do more than, what you're paid to do. And I think that's a great thing, right? And I'm
Because
just
I
putting
think
it out there.
mm.
Go on,
No,
Abiba.
I just think that I mean I'm being paid in dollars now. There's no day that naira has been $1 to 1 naira. So if $1 is 400 naira and I was given $1 to buy one bottle of water, and I'm looking at it, okay, can I get it for maybe 200 naira? Then I can buy two.
Hmm.
you know? So that way the impact, the work you're doing is now more because yeah, you've been able to
You're
like
extracting
yeah, you're
more
expecting, you're
value
like
out
saying,
of.
okay, can I get a cheaper this? Can I get okay? So you're looking
Hmm.
at all the corners to see how do I make it work in much
Hmm.
more, bigger. And then people come and look at it and say, wow, with this that I gave you, you did this. And I'm like, yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's really great, right? And for folks that will listen to this, I think every client, every partner, every customer is looking for this, right? To say that I've paid you for this, but you've delivered it quite all right, but you've gone a bit above and beyond, right? Because they don't forget such such people or such businesses that goes, over and above what has been paid for. No matter how little that extra is, it always stick with people. So, Abiba, I interview entrepreneurs, right? And different things, different situations kind of inspire their business ideas, right? I've seen people who are passionate about certain things and it's become a business. I've seen people who suffered some, uh, some setbacks and becomes, some kind of solution that a bit for you. It looks like you've gone through certain pains or you've experienced certain pains. Some of those pains you are not even aware of them when you're going through them, and that has become a solution, right? That you bring into other people so that perhaps the things you've gone through they can avoid them. Will that be correct?
I would say yes, maybe up to 80% because
Yeah.
like I told you, I don't see problems as problems a lot of times. In fact, if some people don't even point it out to me that this is a problem, I'm like, oh, really? I've been brought up to believe that for every problem, there's a solution. And I tell that to my team always. I say, if there's a mountain in front of you, look for a valley. Every mountain has a value, no matter how big it is. It might take you longer to find it, but there's that point where it bends. So look for it and use that place to cross. I think that's the thing that has helped me more. It is that belief that, well, it's a problem now, but, and I think another thing is, my religion also helps me a lot, even though I may not seem to a lot of people like I'm a very good Muslim, but the way we are made to believe that you must be tested, right? So unlike, maybe where people feel, oh, somebody's witch hunting me, somebody's going to trying to bring me down. That's why I'm going through these problems. No. In life, how would you know good if you don't know bad? If you don't know the what it feels like, how would you appreciate it? So Islamically, we're taught that whatever comes to you, it's all from God. And if you're going through hard times, it's a test of your faith. And who do you then go to when you're going through hard times? Will you run to one babalawo or one thing and start with praising one God because things are happening bad for you? No. You want to know, are you going to focus and still be here? So that's also one thing that drives me.
If you look back and you have to do all of these again, right? What would you do differently? I know you've already touched a little bit on it the other time when you were talking about people, but if you want to look at it on a
Oh,
broader
globally.
scale now,
Mm.
right,
I would
globally
I
across.
will start my business like a business from the beginning.
What do you mean by that? Okay.
When I started, I was finding solutions. So I didn't care. There was a point that I would dash you lamp because I know that you need it.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it was until my staff had to, in fact, they practically had to like sit me down one time and say, no, we don't do that. No, we don't do that. So I was very passionate about, just finding the solution that I wasn't really thinking about it as a business. And that got us into a
Hmm.
lot of trouble because maybe I won't have sold some of the things I sold on credit. Maybe I trusted so much, all of those things. And then, if I had to do it all over again, besides that, I think I'm good. I like what I
Mm,
do. I like it actually a lot. I'm happy. Nothing. I'm good.
mm. Great. But you would do it more as a business.
Yeah, so
You
that it's more
structure it
strategic.
properly. You put more
Yeah,
control
yeah,
and
more
governance in
structures.
place.
Exactly, exactly.
Mm,
Will have been more structure so that I will have been, by now I've been doing better.
mm. No, well, yes, it's subject to interpretation, right? But I
True.
think that just like to allude to what you were saying earlier about faith and Islam and Christianity and all of that, I think we're all where we need to be, right?
Honestly, to be honest,
Yeah,
it's just because if I was to do it, well, as I am, I'm very
differently,
fulfilled. I'm very
yeah.
fulfilled as I am. I am grateful. I
Mm.
can't even believe that I'm here. So it's okay. We're good.
Good to know. Good to know. Abiba, the next question, they are kind of is one, but like two sides. So it's around the fact that how do you create awareness for what you do? One, and then the other side of that is I know that you've gotten a lot of global and national awards, right? And I don't see you creating awareness around these awards, so that people know that because it's also about credibility, right? So I don't know if you can speak a little bit to those awards on one hand, and then what are you doing to bring Sosai, make Sosai
I think
um
I think we're doing
more
enough.
people to be more aware.
I think we're doing enough. We have a social media officer who does social media now. She posts every day. We're doing that, right?
Mm,
Um, I remember when we used to be called by IRENA a lot, International Renewable Energy Association, Renewable
yeah.
Energy Agency, and that also was almost always in the news. I spoke at a lot of their events in the past because they incubated Sosai for a bit. I also, yeah, whenever we win any award, the people also do marketing and we've shared it on the social media. Please, it's okay.
It's
I
okay.
just feel I'm still that person who just feels, like, what have you done that people should come and say, there's more
Mm,
to do. Let's first of all do all of that. Then, we can do all the paparazzi more. I don't know, maybe. I don't
mm.
know when the paparazzi will be enough to do, Sha, but I think we're I think we're doing well. And speaking about the awards, it's been nice to get an award. I remember my first global award and how much I was so overwhelmed. Like, I cried. Luckily, my mom called at the moment I was crying. And what's up? She was even scared. I said, "No, I'm just looking at the hall where we're going to be presented. It's Kennedy Center in DC."
The US, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know how I got here. And I'm thinking, then it was like 500,000 people we had worked with. And I'm like, is it just these 500,000 people that we have to give it like that? Why? There are people who have done more now, you know. But then I remember
Mm,
the president of Vital Voices then talking to me. She said, it is because we see that you have the capacity to do more and you won't relent. That's why we're helping you here. So this is just to
mm.
help you on your journey because we are going to do a lot of publicity with it. And for a full year, they were doing a lot of publicities with the work. So I'm sure if you Google maybe Habiba Ali and Sosai, you'll see some of these things.
Yeah, yeah. Abiba, it's been a pleasure having this conversation with you. Thanks a lot for all that you have shared with us today. We are super thankful for you creating the time to have this conversation with us in spite of the emergency that just happened. So thanks a lot. It's really, really appreciated. Right.
Thank you.
Without further ado, I don't want to hold you because I know you need to get to that birthday party. So if you have any final words for our guys, you can just do it. Otherwise, we can call it a day.
Well, I'll just say that if we're talking to startups these days, you find that these Gen Zs, they think everything is just growing on trees. I know that
Yeah.
there's now been a dearth of hard work compared to
Mm,
s- uh, uh, easy work. People are there doing
mm,
social media content and making millions in a day.
mm,
But I still feel that for sustenance, hard work still has something
mm.
to do there. So please
Yeah.
don't relent and don't let anything phase you. And don't think it's easy. It's not easy. It's hard. I think even the social media
Mm.
content creators, they do work before they get paid that millions, right?
Yeah, I agree.
It
I
has
agree.
to be
They do.
sustained. It has to be sustained. Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to be ready to do that, to do the hard work, right? And
Exactly.
not just the quick
Mm.
results that people are looking for these days. All
Yeah.
right. Abiba, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Let me allow you go. I will be in touch, right? I wish you success in the rest of your, in all of your endeavors as you go forward, right? Greater success. All right. Thanks. Thanks. I'll be in touch, right? Thank you. Bye. Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot for taking the time to watch the podcast. We are super thankful for you taking that time and investing the time to learn. We hope that you find the story inspiring, and beyond that, that you've been able to articulate one or two things that you want to do differently in your own entrepreneurial journey. May I encourage you to please like, subscribe, comment, and please share the word within your own circle of influence, especially within those that you think are on the same entrepreneurial journey with you. May I also encourage you to please, beyond subscribing to our YouTube channel, follow us on our other social media platforms. That means a lot to us, and we can see that that helps us to track that we're making some progress and so making some impact. Thanks a lot once again for taking the time to watch, and to see you on the next episode.